And my newest and youngest bitch is a 24-year-old bad bitch in her first year of law school. And she's also an assistant manager at a shoe palace. And she has been keeping a nigga laced with kicks. She has been on the team 9 months. My issue is with my youngest bitch. My newest bitch, which is a breath of fresh air, bitch, and straight fun, bitch. Here's the situation. On everything I love, I just found out 2 weeks ago my youngest bitch's father is one of my friends and business associates. Big Wally. My guy, Big Wally. We have broken bread numerous times. Over the past 5 years, we have business in the works. However, my nigga has multiple baby mamas and many kids, and I haven't seen all of his kids. However, this is how I found out my friend is my youngest bitch's father. My friend's son, Wally's son, who is my bitch's brother, is getting married in Santa Barbara in a few weeks. Big Wally asked me to pull up for the wedding. He also has a building out there he wants us to look at. He showed me a picture of his son with my bitch and their mother. I was shocked as fuck, but I didn't say shit to incriminate myself at the time. I asked if that was his daughter as well, and he said, yeah, she's in law school. I hit up my youngest bitch later that night and asked her if they call your pops Big Wally, and she was like, yeah, how do you know? I told her the story about how I know her father, and the bitch thought that was the funniest shit she ever heard. A nigga from Los Angeles writes to BossMack. He say, BossMack, I love the game in the pod. I'm a 48-year-old nigga with a solid team of bitches. I'm out here doing my thing as a flipper of property, so to speak. I own a Wingstop, and I also own 2 small office buildings. Life is good. I hit the gym daily, and I get in a few rounds of golf daily. My team of bitches is this. My main bitch is a 34-year-old photographer / yoga instructor bitch. She has been on the team 3 years. My number 2 bitch is a 30-year-old clinical psychologist. She's been on the team for a year. And my newest and youngest bitch is a 24-year-old bad bitch in her first year of law school. And she's also an assistant manager at a shoe palace. And she has been keeping a nigga laced with kicks. She has been on the team 9 months. My issue is with my youngest bitch. My newest bitch which is a breath of fresh air, bitch, and straight fun, bitch. Here's the situation. On everything I love, I just found out 2 weeks ago my youngest bitch's father is one of my friends and business associates. Big Wally. My guy, Big Wally. We have broken bread numerous times. Over the past 5 years, we have business in the works. However, my nigga has multiple baby mamas and many kids, and I haven't seen all of his kids. However, this is how I found out my friend is my youngest bitch's father. My friend's son, Wally's son, who is my bitch's brother, is getting married in Santa Barbara in a few weeks. Big Wally asked me to pull up for the wedding. He also has a building out there he wants us to look at. He showed me a picture of his son with my bitch and their mother. I was shocked as fuck, but I didn't say shit to incriminate myself at the time. I asked if that was his daughter as well, and he said, yeah, she's in law school. I hit up my youngest bitch later that night and asked her if they call your pops Big Wally, and she was like, yeah, how do you know? I told her the story about how I know her father, and the bitch thought that was the funniest shit she ever heard. So now I'm supposed to show up at my bro's son's wedding, whose sister is my bitch. And my bitch expects us to hang out that night. What are your thoughts on this, BossMack? Hit the like button. Obviously, thou knowest, well, if you don't, my policy, I got a policy of leaving my friends, bitches alone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about like all of they bitches associated with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about if you my friend, I'm not fucking with no bitches associated to you. Unless I have authorization. Unless you bless it. You know what I'm saying? So that means all ex bitches, you know what I'm saying, side bitches, nieces, sisters, cousins, none of them. Daughter, none of them. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will admit you in an unusual situation right now, right? It's already unfolding, and it sounds like really like it's your favorite bitch right now, and that's painful in the heart. Your favorite bitch, your youngest bitch, I can't imagine what it. You know, there's a big difference between. How old is the oldest bitch? 34. There's a big difference between 34 and 24. Let's just be real about it. You know what I'm saying? It's very difficult. I know it's a beautiful thing watching a bitch walk around in the house naked and all that shit. It's a beautiful thing, you know. But you got to be like, well, how important is my relationship with her pops? You know, how important is that relationship? You know what I mean? Because, you know, this could like, you know, this could go maybe a couple more months, and then it may fade out smoothly and quietly with no complications, problems, and everybody go to their separate corners and it's all good. It could do that. You know what I'm saying? Or it could explode and fuck up the money. If y'all getting money, you know what I'm saying? It could explode and fuck up the money. You already have bitches on the team, you know what I'm saying? I mean, even if you only had one bitch, you still got to be like, man, you know, we get money. We done got money. We running additional plays in the future. This is an ally right here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, as the boss Mac, I will find a way to if I really fucked with Big Wally and we was really breaking bread and he was a solid dude, I will find a way to wind this down and let it go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the relationship between the bitch and her father. You know, I don't know how that is since he got a lot of baby mamas. You know, it could be some. You know, it could be some issues in there that to where to where a bitch is enjoying having a motherfucker her father age on the team with money. You know, I would find a way to wind it down. If I was really getting money with dude, I would find a way. I would be like, you know what? Let's wind it down. You know, I try to wind it down easy. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely fill out that bitch and be like, I definitely will put it in the air like, look, I know your pops, but I don't want to disrespect him. You know what I'm saying? You know, we having fun right now. You know, if I would have knew this up front, I probably wouldn't have did it. You know what I'm saying? But we in it right now. You know, I would fill a bitch out and see how she really feel about her pops and whatnot, and I will find a way to wind it down. For me, you know, we getting money. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know if her father find out about that, the nigga is gonna be in a different dimension. Hit the like button. But do you tell Big Wally repercussions could be felt years down the road if they business partner? But see, here's the thing. You didn't know. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know. Now, at this point, it's a need to know basis. You know what I'm saying? We on some need to know shit. You know, hopefully it could be done clean without no drama. It could be, you know, it could be wind down the relationship, and you know, with no drama. And then if in the future Wally find out about it, then you could plead your case from a perspective of, I did not know that was your daughter until this point in time. And once I found out that that was your daughter, I took actions to end shit. You know what I'm saying? And I did it in a tactical way. I didn't just fire a bitch. I was tactical and smooth, and try to wind it down, and then we be cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know if I would tell old boy. I wouldn't just be like, you know, I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's real tricky, man. Hit the like button for this game. Facts. Change the way the relationship starts. She has a climb. You can make a business plan. Any woman seeking paying off a woman renting bills, giving her money is minus, no plus. It affects negative amounts, losing time and money. Ezra Israel in the building. He's stupid for saying he knew she gonna hold a nigga ransom. It depends, man. You know, it depends on it. See, it depends. It depends. It depends. It depends on what kind of bitch it is. You know what I'm saying? It depends. Now, since he got a lot of baby mamas, it's a possibility it could be like, you know, it could be some, you know, animosity in there. You know what I'm saying? It could be some animosity in there. And, you know, if that's the case, you know, that might help the situation a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then a bitch, you know, a lot of young bitches, man, they might like an old nigga for like a little while. They might not like a nigga that long. And see, here's another thing about being an old nigga fucking with young bitches like that. See, you know, if she as an old nigga, you could be in a pocket. I feel like as an old nigga, you could be in a pocket to where, like, you know, you in shape, you know, you looking tremendous, you looking exceptional for your age. Everything is working, everything is good. You know what I'm saying? And then no matter what, as time pass, you know, the inevitable is gonna happen to you. You're gonna get old. And all it take is for, you know, one thing to turn a bitch off, man. You know, you know what I'm saying? I remember I was watching what was that? I know this don't have nothing to do with nothing. But I was watching Sex in the City, right? and one of them bitches in Sex in the City was fucking with an old nigga, right? And the old nigga was doing his thing. He was the man, right? He was the man, right? He was, he was dressing good, looking good, you know what I'm saying? He was beating up the pussy with vigorous, you know what I'm saying? And then they was him and the bitch was in the bed one day, and then, the old nigga got up to use the bathroom, right? And when he got up to use the bathroom, the bitch saw how his ass was sagging because he was old, right? And see, some little shit like that. And then she fired him because of that. Now, of course, I'm watching Sex in the City. This is a TV show. But that's like reality. That's like it'll be something like that. It'll be some shit like that that'll cause you to lose your little young bitch. You know what I'm saying? Especially if she don't really need you for the dough, for the money. You know what I mean? If she don't need you for the money, and then even if she do need you for the money, she may become like grossed out by you for whatever, some type of reason. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? The little things can happen. You know what I'm saying? So I would endeavor to wind it down, depending on how we was getting money together. I would endeavor to wind it down, and hopefully we could be like it could fade off, and we cool. I done had a lot of bitches in my life that we done faded off, and we cool. You know what I'm saying? Now, if the young bitch is diabolical and try to hold it over a nigga head and be like, I'm gonna blow up the spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna blow up the spot to pops if you don't want to fuck with me no more. Then that's when you have to have that conversation with Big Wally, and hopefully he understand. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you could be like, look, man, I just be fucking with young bitches, and I just happen to put your daughter on the team by accident.